this week, well, there's only one story this week. On Monday morning, while most of the country was nursing their Jubilee hangover and returning to their 9-to-5s, the Prime Minister, of course, woke up to the news that his position was under threat. Sir Graham Brady, representative of the Tory backbenchers, the 1922 committee, announced to the public that the threshold for a vote of no confidence had been met. And later that day, Conservative MPs would have to vote on whether or not they had confidence in the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. If he lost, he would have to resign. If he won, he'd be safe for another year. Once the vote was announced, of course, chaos ensued. The Prime Minister gathered fellow Tories into a room in Westminster just hours before their votes would be cast. In a bid to save his career, he ranted and raved about his record on Partygate, proclaiming that he'd do it again. Arrogance superseded wisdom. Afterwards, Jacob Rees-Mogg leapt to congratulate the Prime Minister on his speech, claiming that he had a clear message and a clear vision. A few hours later, almost 150 Conservative members of Parliament had a very, very different view. Percentage-wise, this was worse than Theresa May in 2018, worse than Major in 1995, and worse than Thatcher in 1990. For context, Theresa May would leave within a few months, Major within 2 years, and Thatcher in a week. Boris Johnson is a dead man walking. History tells us that now it's simply a matter of when, not if. But if we take a step back from the Westminster drama on Monday morning, we have to remember the reason that we got here in the first place. It's because during the pandemic, the greatest national emergency, certainly of my lifetime, Boris Johnson made laws that stopped people seeing their loved ones, going to funerals, seeing their dying relatives, while he enforced those laws on us. And £600,000 of fines were dished out around the capital. He partied again and again in Downing Street. That's why he's in this mess. He glugged on champagne with his chums, as thousands upon thousands lay in their deathbeds alone. And to top it all, he lied about it. You'd need to be a rocket scientist or a Conservative MP to know how he disgraced the office and why he has to go. We have to remember what it costs to have a compulsive liar and lawbreaker in number 10. In my position as Shadow Foreign Secretary, I've spent a lot of time over the last 6 months travelling to meet with senior figures around the world. To speak frankly, behind closed doors, many admit that they see Boris Johnson as nothing more than a joke. When he breaks the law at home as well as internationally, they don't take his words seriously at all. None of them think he's a leader when his own public and party have turned against him. The result? Britain is more isolated and increasingly divided than it's ever been before. When we need a respected statesperson with the power to build bridges in number 10, we've got this chancer. But with every fib, the Prime Minister gets away with every blunder, every gaffe, our democracy slowly withers away. That's why Boris Johnson can't get away with it, and he won't. His days are numbered. And change will come. But for now, it's either up to him to have the decency to leave or for you to force him to do so.